Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Greninja and Venusaur teamed up together. So for the first few battles here, we're actually going to be using Lugia alongside them, but then we're going to be switching it up to Hypno, which is going to have Fire Punch and the legacy move Size Shock. So it is coming in pretty handy. Decided to just go with it. I do have several different Hypnos, and let's see how this does work out. Now currently, as I am recording this, my community day has started, so I am missing out on some of that catch ×2 Stardust, but hey, it is what it is. We got to get this video up before we do go grinding, and I participated in every single community day. I already evolved my Shadow Mudkip, and it does now have Hydro Cannon, fantastic IVs. There was not really much else that I needed to evolve. I think what I'm going to be mostly focusing on is obviously catching Pokemon. I really don't need any more Pokemon to clutter up my inventory, honestly. I played through all these community days. We're stacked up. As a matter of fact, we still have Pokemon that we need to transfer from the other community days because, you can't mass transfer shinies or anything like that, and I'm procrastinating on all that. So, yeah, we'll get to it. And I am going to be going live, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So, we're looking pretty good here. We did take out that Clefable. Now we have the Azumarill here, and we're doing big damage there, swapping into our Greninja because we don't want to take that Ice Beam. We want to preserve that Venusaur, and we're getting hit by an Ice Beam ourselves, not doing that much damage, even though Greninja is kind of squishy. We're just going to go straight for the Surf here, and we're taking the win. Not very effective. Let's get it, Greninja. So I did do the Battletoads kind of theme where I paired up Greninja with Toxicroak, and you guys were saying, well, why not Venusaur too? I should have done it, but it's leaving the team pretty vulnerable to flying, so we're kind of not going to really do that. We do have the Hypno with Fire Punch to kind of relieve that problem if we do go up against, say Skarmory or something like that. Size Shock, or yeah, Size Shock. Size Shock and Size Strike, I always mix those up. So Size Shock Legacy is going to be hitting a lot of other Pokemon for neutral damage and doing pretty good and getting stab as well. So we're just going to rock that one for now. Having a double elemental punch, say, I don't know, Electric Punch and Fire Punch, or Electric Punch and Ice Punch is also going to be great. Or even having Thunder Punch and Shadow Ball is another fantastic combination. But I found the one that I'm going to be using is great. So basically what is going to happen here, I shouldn't be saying this. Honestly, I really shouldn't. But when I swap into my Hypno, I am expecting, or at least hoping, if I am met with an Azumarill lead up against my Greninja, that they're going to just systematically swap, assuming that I'm going to have Thunder Punch, and that's the key there. We have the Venusaur in the back to make sure we can take care of the Azumarill when we do align that later down the line, and whatever they do swap into is probably going to see a little bit of trouble with the move combination that we do have. So let's go ahead and get into the commentary here. We had a horrible lead there. We're going to swap into our Venusaur, and they're going right into their Alolan Marowak here. Frenzy Plant is still doing damage. Did you see that? That's why Venusaur, or at least Frenzy Plant, the move, is so stinking good. And Vine Whip, that charges it so fast. So Meganium is also along those lines as well, but Meganium has an Earthquake, so it can do big damage to a full health Alolan Marowak here. But Venusaur is able to chip away with Frenzy Plant, as you've seen there. Going to go ahead and go in here with Greninja. Bone Clubs, it's going to be starting to really add up here, and Shadow Bone is going to be resisted, but it also does a lot of damage if you see my other videos using Greninja. So we're going to be instantly swapping into this Hypno here, and they're going to be going into a Snorlax, and I was getting a little nervous, like, oh boy, here we go. I'm going to have to get shields, and Greninja's going to have to take out the Machamp with the charge move. I don't know, we'll see how this works out here, but Hypno taking a lot of damage from that lick. We're going to go ahead and shield up that Body Slam. They absolutely have had extra energy saved up here. They definitely overfarmed, as you can see. They're ready to go with another Body Slam here. We have to make a decision. Looks like we're going to go ahead and shield this up, and we're going to be able to farm down. We need to hit this, come on. And I was like, are you kidding me? No, please be a cross chop. And we're able to survive. Hypno, tanky, resisting, fighting, able to hit that Size Strike or Size Shock, my gosh, and take the win, doing super effective damage onto that Shadow Machamp. Let's get it into the next battle here. Met with a Quagsire. Okay, probably somebody who has a good PvP IV during that Rocket event, and they want to test it out. So this is actually a pretty good matchup for us here. Let's go ahead and just go for the... Surf would have done more, obviously, but we're trying to maybe get a shield or a booster attack here. So they're letting it go through and then swapping into their Beedrill. We're going to go ahead and go into our Hypno, which is going to be doing super effective with the Confusion here. And Drill Run is, chipping away. I want to farm this down. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to use 2 shields here. In comes an X-Scissor, and now we're stacked up on energy. This is not the best situation. They still have 2 shields. We still have 3 Pokemon. We have a lot of energy here. They're going back in with Quag. We want to get a shield, so we're going to go ahead and go for Fire Punch here. Please, shield. They don't. That was horrible. So we're going to go for a Psyshock. Wasted that energy there where we could have just gotten off 1 Psyshock. But now they're using a shield, so technically I guess that's not the worst. Swapping into Venusaur for some weird reason here. Trying to preserve the Hypno with like barely any HP. They're going into their Deoxys. We're going to be resisting the counter as well as the Thunderbolt. If they have Psycho Boost, well, that's going to hurt quite a bit, but that's also going to lower their attack dramatically. They're going for a Rock Slide, which is neutral damage. Very nice. I'm going to go ahead and go in here with Greninja. Now, unfortunately for this matchup here, yes, we're Dark super effective, but at the same time, he's doing super effective with counter. But we did do this swap to catch this move, and I think that was our saving grace here, folks. Let's see, can we pull this off? I think we can. Quagsire is going to be taking some decent damage from Bubble. And we take the win with Greninja, folks. That was looking pretty grim, but we're able to pull it off. Into the next battle here, we're going to be met with a Swampert, and this is actually very good. We need to look out for Earthquake. We need to look out for Sludge Wave, but... Hydro Cannon is going to be resisted. It still hurts because we're pretty squishy, but we can still take one of those no problem here. So since they did build up quite a bit of energy, I kind of did use my shield here because I got nervous that it could be a potential Sludge Wave. So we did go ahead and use that shield, unfortunately. We're getting a shield out of them. They're very low, so at this point, I think we're going to go ahead and shield up again. There's the Sludge Wave. Yep, there it is. They're going to be swapping. They still have a shield. We're going to go right into our Hypno here. We do have the Fire Punch to combat that. And why not go with the Electric or Thunder Punch? Well, because we have Venusaur, and Fire Punch is going to be giving us coverage up against Steel types that we would need otherwise, because Venusaur is not going to be very effective up against any sort of Steel, unless it is Galarian Stunfisk. Alright, so getting taken out there by these Sky Attacks, not in the best position, but we still do have Greninja here that can spam charge moves and do decent damage. So we're going to go ahead and go in here with that. Let's see if they want to shield it up. They are. That's perfectly fine because, well, we have 2 back-to-back, and this will KO the Skarmory at this point. And Greninja still has a decent amount of health. Well, it took an extra bubble, but that's fine. We're able to get extra energy. They have a Galarian Stunfisk. We're going to go straight for Surf. So let's see. Look at that damage. Surf doing so much, and that is the reason why I took off Hydro Pump. 1, Surf is going to be able to be spam faster. 2, Greninja is so high in attack, it's still doing a ton of damage, as opposed to Hydro Pump, which is obviously going to be doing a lot, but it takes a little bit longer to get to, and we're going to be able to spam that Surf a little faster. Going in here with the Venusaur, we're able to just take it out with Vine Whips, and we're going to go straight for that Frenzy Plant here. We don't even need to hit any charge moves. It is going to be that Swampert, just in case they had a charge move ready to go. Better safe than sorry, not trying to flex. Anyways, into the next battle, we're met with a Venusaur. Horrible situation for the Greninja because we are going to be Water type. We swap into our Venusaur, and they're going right into their Galarian Stunfisk, and here we go with the Fire Punch. Beautiful. It's not doing the most damage around, but at least it is going to be doing super effective and starting to add up. Hypno is pretty tanky, so we don't really have to worry about it. I was like thinking to myself, he's probably thinking people don't shield up Hypno. He's going to go Rock Slide, but he went, or Earthquake, he went Rock Slide, which is awesome. Now we're expecting another Rock Slide. We will be able to survive this here. And the Quick Move is simply not doing enough to the tanky Hypno. Just that Quick Move in general on the Galarian Stunfisk is not doing the most damage. We're able to actually take it out with Confusions after we dig it off that Fire Punch. They are down a shield, and we are up 2 shields. We're going to go ahead and go in here with our Venusaur, and they're going to be swapping into their Azumarill. So this is beautiful. We're going to be able to pull this off here. I think this is another one where I swap into Greninja. Yeah, just because, I could have shielded up the Venusaur, but I want to preserve those shields. They're going for a play rough and KOing, basically, which is great. We made them use that energy. Going back in here with the Venusaur, in which they still have stored up energy, quite a bit as a matter of fact. So they're going for the Sludge Wave, not even trying to go for the bait here, just trying to go and take me out as soon as possible, which is a good strategy. Some people would think, oh, they're about to bait me here. Better save my shields for the hard-hitting moves. but we did shield that up. Going for our own Sludge Bomb, we're not going to be going for any sort of bait either. We're just going to be going straight for the hard-hitting moves here. Going for another one, and this should almost... Oh, little lag, and there we go, taking them out with our Venusaur that's been some places. So we're met with a Galarian Stunfisk with our Greninja. This is fantastic. Alright, so we are not going to be resisting any of the moves or anything, but we're going to be doing super, well, super effective, yeah, you know, with water. So in comes the water cast form. They did swap into that, Rainy, and this is, you know, I don't think it can get any better. Well, it can. A Mud Boy would be a better situation, but this is also fantastic. The Weather Balls, unfortunately, though, are starting to really add up. Now, look at that. Not very effective, really starting to, and I was thinking that they could technically shield this and maybe pull this off, but they're going to be letting it go through. They don't want to use that last shield while we're still holding on to 2. In comes the Galarian Stunfisk, and they're going to be going straight for that Rock Slide to take us out before we go for an Earthquake, or, oh man, before we go for a Frenzy Plant. Now we have 2 Surfs ready to go here, so let's hit them. So getting 1, and at this point we're going to go ahead and shield and then farm down. So they're hitting us with a Rock Slide here. And what do they have in the back? It is going to be a Probopass. So we're going to go straight for the Night Slash here. Let's see if we can get a shield. Beautiful. Now at this point we're going to just be going for those Surfs. And this is going to be easy money. Now we are not fighting type. I know, personally myself, at glance, you know, it looks like Greninja seems like a fighter, but it is going to be water and dark. Very interesting typing. Don't think they wanted to make 2 of the starters from this generation become fighting, because we do have the Chestnut, which is going to be grass and fighting. Alright, into the next battle. Good game. We're met with a Mew. This is very interesting because we're dark, super effective to the Mew, but at the same time they could have Grass Knot, they could have Wild Charge. Alright, all different moves that are going to be super effective, but more common is going to be Wild Charge, right? Also Grass Knot. So they're going for a Wild Charge, definitely a good shield usage there. Although we're so squishy, we probably would have shielded up anything anyways. If it would have been a Flame Charge, that would have been a little devastating, but it is what it is. And they're going straight for another Wild Charge here and lowering their defense even more. Alright, now look at this crap, man. So I thought I was going to be slick and swap right when they swapped, but they swapped into a Skarmory, and if we would have went Hypno, that would have been beautiful, but nah, I'm just going to go ahead and let it go down. I'm sorry, Venusaur. That's my bad. Alright, anyways, going to go ahead and go in here with Hypno. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this one around, guys, so let's just see how it works out, though. If you do enjoy these videos, if you do enjoy my commentary and this channel, please give it a big thumbs up. This is definitely not going to happen, but 200,000 subscribers is very close. Definitely not going to hit that before the end of the year, but it is upon us. It's, you know, you don't hear me talking about that too much because it's not a concern of mine. You know, we've made it to 100,000 and we're steady, and you know, if we grow bigger and bigger and bigger, that's great and all, but I'm content to what I have right now and with the audience. You guys are amazing, and really appreciate all the support. So anyways, we're getting the boost. Did you see that? Now we're gonna keep this Greninja train going here, and we're gonna go ahead and take out that Mew, and then we're taking out that Skarmory that had a little bit of health. So we're actually able to pull it off, folks. Let's go. Nice stuff. Good stuff. All right, looking good here. So I am gonna be, I'm like rank 17. Oh, actually I'm rank 18. We're getting a Froggy. I think we actually become 18 right now. And we would have been 20 by now, but, you know, testing out all kinds of teams, really devastating my score, to be honest with you. About, I don't know, 4 sets where I went 0 and 5, because I was getting tilted and just doing weird team comps, just testing things out. But it is what it is. You got to make some sacrifices to see if something's actually going to work, because it seems so crazy, in which a lot of them were close. Just a lot of battles were like, you know, losing it by just a couple HP, or I just needed one more quick move, or just one more quick move to get out my charge move, just situations like that. But anyways, we have the Greninja up against the Muck here, and we're going shields for shields, aren't we? Now we're going to go straight for the Surf here. This is going to do nice damage, taking out that Muck. Beautiful. We still have a lot of health, and we're able to beat them out there. So we have a Swampert here, no shield, so we're not going to shield anything up. They're going for a Hydro Cannon, and we're building up a little bit extra and retreating. Oh, very nice. So that Greninja is loaded on energy, And we did a lot of damage to the Swampert before they did retreat. They're going into the Galarian Stunfisk, and Venusaur is going to go ahead and take command here. An Earthquake is not going to KO us. It is going to do a lot of damage, but we're still going to be able to survive. Unfortunately, not get off a Frenzy Plant, though. Dang it. So close. So we're going to go in here with the Greninja and going straight for the Night Slash to take that thing out. Let's see. Can we get to another charge move? Not able to. We were so close. Hypno. Buddy, oh pal, oh friend, it is up to you. Can you make this work for us? Yeah, getting hit by a couple of the Hydro Cannons here. This is going to be getting us down pretty low. And I'm like, I need to hit this charge, but I didn't need to. I just confusion it down. GG. Into the next battle, we're met with another Mew. Oh! Okay. So basically the Shadow Claws resisted. That's beautiful. Our Bubble's doing nice damage to it. And we're doing super effective with Night Slash. We're getting a shield and we're getting an attack boost. So check this out. As much as you want to keep Pokemon in after you've gotten the attack boost, they go for the Wild Charge, by the way. You know, you're still going to have to retreat. So they're swapping into Azumarill. As much as I would love to stay in there and just keep hitting it with charged up charge moves, it's not very effective. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and retreat. They're locked in here, and this is a good matchup for Venusaur. So we're going to go ahead and go for that Frenzy Plant. Build up to 2 of them. We have no more shields left. In comes the Mew. This will KO if they let it go through. They are shielding it using their last one. And I have Greninja with energy ready. So what we're going to do is instantly go in here and hit that charge. Instantly. Okay, we're not going to even give them time. So they did raise their attack with the Flame Charge. We're taking them out. What do they have in the back? It is going to be a Galarian Stunfisk. Another great matchup for us. And we do have Hypno with Thunder or Fire Punch, which can handle it. But at this point, they just back out. And we're taking the win again. So we have the Battletoads. That's what I like to call them. That's what we called the Greninja and the Toxicroak team. So here we go again. We have Greninja and Venusaur. Venusaur's technically the toadiest toad of all, right? It's just that big old frog. And yeah, if you ever played Battletoads before, you know what I'm talking about. So we're up against the Scrafty here. Yeah, you know, not a good situation. We're going to go ahead and let it go through, though. Power Up Punch, so thank goodness we didn't use a shield. Going for the Fire Punch here, and they're using a shield. Wow, that's the second shield they've used on that Scrafty. So what's their plan? They want to like vamp it up big time and then just run through my team. They saw that the Greninja's weak to fighting as well, but we have a Venusaur here, so good luck with the counters. And taking them out because they used all their shields. They have a Galvantula back there. I think, yeah, we're going to go ahead and let this go through, but we made a swap, just a visual glitch there. The Venusaur did, in fact, take damage. So now we're going to go straight into our Greninja. Yes, I know we're grass, but we're able to take them out. As you can see here, they have a Whiscash in the back, and this is GG no matter what. Because of Venusaur. So going for Surf, doing a ton of damage, and we still have 2 shields, my guys. Still have 2 shields. Going for that Mud Bomb, and taking us out before we get into the Night Slash again. Another one of those situations. Absolutely 100% shielding this up. Mud Bomb. And we're just going to farm it down. Yeah, taking the win with the Venusaur. Good old trusty Venusaur. This thing is amazing. Ah, I love it. So we're met with an Azumarill. Horrible lead. Another good situation for us to see if we can play out of. They're going into Shiftry. And we've just been countered. But we have Fire Punch. We're letting it go through. It's just a Leaf Blade. But with the Bullet Seeds and another Leaf Blade, that's going to be enough to push it over to the edge and take us out. We're getting a shield out of them, which is fantastic. I think I actually give up a shield here myself to see if we can go 2-2 and get another shield out of them. But I think they know that they're going to be able to survive this, so or not. Okay, we got 2 shields. That was the goal. Beautiful. We were almost able to get to another Fire Punch. And then we shielded up again? What? So we're going 2-2 as well? Okay. Yeah, no, Venusaur doesn't really want to see it as well. Okay, that makes sense. I see what I'm doing here. So forcing them to throw, and we're going to be able to go in here and farm. They're not going to be able to... Okay, yeah, we play this out masterfully. Beautiful. All right. Well, I wouldn't call it masterfully, but we played it out correctly. All right, so taking the win there with that Venusaur. In comes the Azumarill. We're in a beautiful spot. They're swapping into Machamp. I see what... Well, even if we threw, we're going to throw anyways. We're not going into Greninja, but we will here in a moment. I do believe we do that Greninja thing. Or I think we're just going to have enough to just take it out. What we're worried about is them building up. Okay, yeah, we do the Greninja thing where we just swap into it when we didn't need to. Oh, we're kind of just absorbing. We've seen that many times, right? And at this point, they just back out. Good game. All right. Moving it into the next battle here. Let's see what we're going to be met with. It is going to be a Swampert. Let's go. We love to see this here. Although, we would have loved to see it up against our Venusaur, but I'm not swapping because they're going to swap. They have a counter for grass somewhere in the back, I would assume. So going for that Surf, doing big damage. They let it go through. I think at this point I shield up and farm down. Yeah, I think that's the game plan here. Shield. Oh, they swap into a Hypno. Oh, baby. Let's go. Alright, getting off one of those. We're taking like massively resisted damage from the confusion, so we're going to be able to hang in here for a minute. Here's the downfall, what I realized. They're going to be able to farm us, and that Hypno is going to have a ton of energy. And that's not good. So they're using a shield there. And now I'm like, Shadow Ball, and we're done for. I mean, we're going to have to shield this. We're letting it go through. It's just a Thunder Punch. Alright, so what happens here is they keep going Thunder Punch. I'm thinking they have Thunder and or Ice Punch. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it could be Thunder Focus Blast. Alright, that kind of makes sense as well, right? So they're going down. In comes the Swampert. I get nervous. Well, I don't get nervous. They actually went in there with the Marowak. Did you see that? And they swap quickly. We've seen us do that before. That was very clever, making us waste our energy on a Pokemon that was basically already fainted. So we do have two of these almost. Oh, that's not good. We have a shield left. Venusaur, can you be our counter to an Alola Marowak? Venusaur, can you do that for us today, bud? I'm counting on you. We've been all the way to Washington together. We've done hundreds of battles together. Can you do this one for me? And you did it. You took it out. Let's get it. Venusaur is an Alola Marowak counter confirmed. Into the next battle, we have another Swampert. Shadow. Okay. That sounds good to me. So we still need to look out for those other charge moves like Earthquake and Sludge Wave, but that's too quick. Hydro Cannon, they're thinking like, oh, this Hydro Cannon is going to do so much more damage. We're just going to keep going with the Hydro Cannons. We don't need to build up to Earthquake or Sludge Wave. And it looks like that was what they did here. Getting a shield out of them. I'm going to go straight for the Surf now. Taking them out, beautiful. And in comes a Hypno. Again, this whole situation with the Hypnos and the Swampert is pretty interesting. Going for the Night Slash, and we're getting their last shield. That's a Shadow Hypno. And we're not looking good. Because we have a Venusaur, which is taking a lot of damage from Confusion. And we have a Hypno, which is, you know, their Hypno's taking reduced damage from the Confusions, and we don't have Shadow Ball. I'm worried that they have Shadow Ball. They hit me with a punch, so that's good so far. That could have been a bait. You know, they're just trying to act like I don't have it. So we're going to go ahead and swap into Venusaur here to preserve the health. I thought they might go for a Shadow Ball. They're going to be swapping into a Galarian Stunfisk here. This is pretty good for us. We're just going to be going for the Frenzy Plants, and it's doing so much damage. We still have a shield left now. I don't know. All right, if that's what you think you want to do. Okay, so wow, we just wasted a shield. Are we going to even be able to win this? I don't think so. I don't know, guys. This is going to probably be a bust. But well, let's just keep it moving here and see. Or I'm just playing mind games with you and I already know the outcome. All right, so it goes to Hypno, and we already know they have a bunch of energy. And it's a Shadow, but they're taking, you know, extra damage here. But anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, and I'll be keeping you up to date and going live for the community day. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.